Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to Bald Father Bets. So we're going glasses again today. We've done that once before. I can't remember if we had a winning or a losing day or not, to be honest. So we'll continue to stack glasses versus contacts and see what does better for us over the long run. So recap quickly of Thursday, then we'll get into our picks for college football Saturday. But first, just want you guys to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, notifications on, so you get our community posts for halftime plays and early plays throughout the week. We already have some in there for today as well as tomorrow. And then just support the channel, please. Like, share, comment, do anything that we can to get us into the algorithm, grow the channel. We'll never ask anyone to pay for the picks, just want to grow our community. So recap of Thursday, where we had a positive day, positive evening in terms of 15 units, so 10 units on the full game play and then another 5 at halftime. It ended up being Eagles' convincing victory. Started out a little shaky though, with Jalen kind of missing some open guys. Like I said, I think that Eagles team is a very good team. I think Jalen is a average quarterback outside of his legs, but it was enough for the Eagles to win and win pretty convincingly against the Commanders. I think you've seen the Commanders kind of run out of steam here. They really should have lost to the Bears. Then they did lose to the Steelers, even with the Steelers making some critical errors, such as going forward on 4th down in their own territory and dropping the wide open pass on the fake punt. And then again, Eagles beating Commanders pretty convincingly, even with the Eagles making a lot of mistakes Thursday night. So Eagles shaping up to be an absolute contender in the NFC, especially given that ultimately, if all things are going to have to run through Detroit, Detroit's biggest weakness is they average the most amount of rush yards given up to opposing quarterbacks. So facing a Josh Allen, facing a Jalen Hurts, facing a Lamar Jackson, anything like that, that's a weakness for the Lions. So Eagles really shaping up to potentially go on a Super Bowl run here, but we'll see how things shake out with other teams like the 49ers and like the Lions as well. So moving into college football Saturday, quite a few plays today, and again, we're getting aggressive with our unit plays given the cushion that we've built so far this year. If you haven't been with us all year, just taper your unit plays so that you're always within whatever your limits are, whatever your range is that you can afford. But starting out with the noon plays, we're going to take Tulane minus the 7 again. No, we got it at minus 6.5 against Navy. Already posted that one. We're doing that one for 3 units. Tulane shaping up here to be in competition for this group of 5 spot. Really, it's coming down to Boise State, Army, and Tulane. Everyone kind of giving it to Boise State, but we'll have more on that in a minute. Think that you're going to see some fierce competition between those 3 as the year comes to a close. Everyone kind of has at least an opportunity to make a few more statements before the end of the year. Really, Boise State, the only one that doesn't have a big game. They will have their conference title game though, and they possibly will have an opportunity to play UNLV again. And that was a banger the first time they played. So hope would be that we'd get another good game there. We're taking Texas minus the 12 for 3 units. My girlfriend picked that one actually, so thanks, babe. Was not really going to play that one, but then the line started to come down to a point to where it was in play category. So it started out at Texas minus 14, got all the way down to Texas minus 12, and then at that point, our probability for Texas to cover just increased to a point to where we could no longer not play it. So Texas minus 12 for 3 units. Clemson minus 11 for 3 units. Love this one. Still think Clemson's a very good team. I know they let us down against Louisville, but we weren't on them against Louisville. But they let the nation down against Louisville. Think that Clemson has an opportunity here to make a statement as well. They, oddly enough, are still in title contention for the ACC, and if you win the ACC, you get in the playoff. We're taking Michigan State plus the 3. We're doing that for 3 units as well. Like Michigan State, like the coaching staff, I think you guys know that. I think Illinois has been kind of a little overrated all year long. Think Michigan State has an opportunity here to get another statement win like they did against Iowa. We're taking Florida plus the 4 for 3 units against LSU. DJ Lagway is playing for Florida. LSU's one weakness this year is they cannot defend a mobile quarterback. I don't believe they got that cleaned up in between last week and this week. So we're taking Florida plus the 4 for 3 units. We are going to have a play for South Carolina, Missouri. However, I am still monitoring that one. So check back in on community posts later in the day before we commit to something there. Then at the 6 o'clock window, we are taking San Jose State plus the 14.5 against Boise State. We're doing that one for 3 units as well. Actually think that there's an opportunity that San Jose State could get an outright here. Their biggest weakness is Boise State's biggest strength in that they do give up yards on the ground, but they also score at an extremely high pace. So could be a high scoring shootout here, like San Jose State to keep it within 2 touchdowns. So plus 14.5, 3 units. Then at the 6 o'clock window as well, another one that we will be making a play on, but you have to check back later in community posts. Kansas State, Arizona State. Line really going back and forth between 7, 7.5, and some places you could even get 6.5 for a while. We will continue to monitor that one. We will have a play on that, so check back in community posts. Then as we move into the 7:30 kickoff slate, we're taking Wisconsin. We're taking them plus the 14, and we're doing that for 10 units against Oregon. I think this is a really difficult spot for Oregon in terms of the 2 time zone travel. This is the 3rd time they've done it within 6 weeks now. Oregon's a good team. No team this year in college football is great. Love Fickle. I think you guys know that as well. Camp Randall, Knight. Think it's a tough place for them to play. I know Oregon's whole thing this year is they like to go into opposing stadiums and make a statement and call timeouts and watch the fans leave and all that stuff. I just think that Wisconsin is a solid team. The one thing that Oregon, their one weakness this year is defending the run. It's not that they're bad at it, it's just that they're average at it. And obviously Wisconsin likes to run the football. That is Wisconsin football. We're taking Georgia minus the 9. We've already done that for 10 units. Nico is playing, FYI. We got out ahead of that one early in hopes that if Nico wasn't going to play, then we'd get a better line. So if you haven't put that one in, you can actually get a better number now. Some places are all the way down to 8.5. I just think that Georgia makes a statement here. It's very difficult to beat Tennessee by 9, 8, 10, something like that, because you pretty much have to hold them to less than 10, because Georgia's not going to give up, Tennessee's not going to give up much more than 17 to 21 points with how good their defense is. I just don't think Tennessee's offense is going to score much tonight. They're weak at the tackle position. I think Georgia pass rush will get after him, and I think Carson Beck will have an okay game. So meaning that he won't throw 4 or 5 interceptions. And then in the late window, we are taking Kansas plus the 3, and we're doing that one for 3 units as well. This is our weekly fade BYU spot. They are going to lose one of these games. They should have lost last week. We got the cover with Utah. Utah got absolutely screwed by the refs. And Kansas, while they started out terrible, we were fading them early. They're 3-6. They're not having a good year. They have been playing a lot better. And Daniels, especially at quarterback, they've been playing a lot better here in the latter part of the season. I think they're a better team than BYU. I think they have a better coaching staff than BYU. And I think this will kind of be their Super Bowl, as they're not really going to do anything with their season. They have an opportunity to win out, go 6-6, and get a bowl. And that all starts with tonight, BYU late kick. So, thank you guys for checking in. Appreciate all the support. Remember, we have 2 more plays that will be coming at you for sure with on community posts, and then obviously any halftime plays we'll make a post on as well. But thanks again a lot. Just please support the channel. Appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Happy Saturday.